we went to sleep. We woke up, and we are now in the inn.
Not to sound rude, but I've had my fill of her for the moment.
Oh, we can't actually talk to her. We had an eye somewhere.
They look empty, and after last night's shindig, that's no wonder. The back rooms are both empty.
Exit. Barrels, chandelier.
It was pretty comfy to sleep in. I'm a little stiff, but that's only to be expected, I guess. Nothing but ashes left of the fire now. Assorted bottles and spices and herbs. Assorted bottles and spices and herbs.
Do you intend to walk about in that outfit, child? It is day, it would not be proper.
It's all I have.
Come, we will find something more suited to a young lady about the city.
So last night she didn't seem to care. Oh, you're at a party. You can be in your underwear all you want. But I guess now, since it's light, in the light of day, nope. What am I wearing?
How do I look?
Well, it'll have to do for now. You do not have the most womanly of forms, but I'm certain you will fill out in time with the right diet.
Thanks. Thank you for the clothes, for everything.
You will have time aplenty to thank me while you are cleaning plates and cutlery, child.
I'm sorry. Work?
Those clothes do not come free, child, nor does a night spent sleeping before the fire. I'm not asking much, only for a helping hand in cleaning.
All right. Tell me where to start.
You can start carrying in the mugs from the back room.
I mean, she did help me out, so...
You did good work for me today, child. More than was required. Here you are. Some coin to help you out.
Oh, and she paid me!
And keep the clothes. You seem to have grown into them already.
Well, that was mighty nice of her. How much did she... Man! How much did she give
I
me?
got a whole handful of these Arcadian iron coins.
Wow! Well, that was nice.
I wonder if she's caught anything today.
Alright, let's save. Alright.
Square jaw and broad shoulders. A real farm boy. Quite a sexy one, too.
Furry animal.
That's a funny-looking animal.
Can I pet it?
Good beast. His hide feels like a turtle's, but softer. Yeah, good boy. Good boy.
Saying to the city. Looks like that's the only way I can go is to the city. It doesn't look like we have
It's a
anything
small wagon pulled by one of those strange beasts.
that we can do here.
Clean and clear. Much unlike the water in Venice.
Clean and clear, but is it okay to drink? It could be
The
deceptive.
journeyman.
Whoa! That is something. That's one of the games we're voting for. It doesn't seem like water. It seems like just, like, more other chemicals than water. Alright. Let's go this way, I guess. Oh, we're back at the city. Where do we want to go? Do we want to go back to the temple, maybe, and talk to the guy again? Yeah, sewage. I mean, I don't know if it stinks like sewage, but... Oh, listen to that music. Ooh. Dreamfall, the Journeyman Inn project. Yeah, there you go. I want to go to the market. Let's go to the marketplace. Let's see if there's anything to do here again. Let's see if there's anything. We want to see if we can get that bird.
Hey, you. What's going on? Why didn't you deliver any maps yesterday?
I wasn't around, sorry.
Well, there are more maps to be delivered, and my customers are getting very impatient. Did you deliver the map to the Rolling Man?
Yes, sir.
All right, let me see his signature, and I'll give you your next delivery.
All right, I can do that.
Here's your next delivery, a map of the Northlands to a Tun Layak, staying at the Journeyman Inn. And be quick about it. She's been waiting since the day before yesterday.
I was totally just there. Man. Alright. Let's do it. Something tells me I need something else to be able to beat that guy in the game of I'm gonna take this robe off because it is hot. My inventory. I've got a cash card, a diary, a pen, a candy, a leaf, a pocket watch, a delivery list, a flute, a gold ring, a photograph, screwdriver, coin, and a map. So I need to go back to the Journeyman Inn, which is where? Not here, right here. I keep forgetting that I can use the wait. I just need to talk to her.
Excuse me?
Yes? Oh, it is you.
I'm looking for a guest of yours, Tun Layak.
The sailor? She is looking for work today, I'm afraid. With most of the ships moored to the docks for balance knows how long, it is difficult for sailors to find work.
Do you know when Tun Layak is expected back?
I could not tell you, child, but from what I know of the ships in harbor, she will not find one that needs a navigator anytime soon.
Do you know when Tun Layak is expected back?
I already asked that question.
I could not tell you, child, but...
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, child.
I can't deliver this map unless she'll take it now. No, I can't just give it to her. That would have been convenient if I could say, "Hey, can you give this to Tun Layak?" I need to deliver it to Tun Layak. I mean, I trust the innkeeper to do that. I do. I mean, I would trust the innkeeper to do it. The innkeeper does not seem like somebody who would not give the map to Tun Layak. Down at the docks, so let's go down to the docks, I guess, and see if we can find Tun Layak and give them that map. The heck is... What the...
I look like a serving maid.
Was that a person? I didn't really want to be here. Wait. Old sailor.
Hello, old man.
I got me no treasure, and I got me no map of no buried treasure. I just be an old sailor with no ship, so leave us be.
What are you doing?
Mending nets, of course. What it look like I be doing?
I'm not well versed in maritime customs.
Mar what? Ah, yez mean sea life, do you not? Ah, the smell of the salty sea, the lapping of waves on your ship, the spray of cold water on your face, plump maidens in every part. Aye, I tell yez, I be having stories about the sea.
Care to share some of your maritime stories with me?
Ah!
Mar what? Ah, tales of the sea, right? Sure, sweetie, I be happy to. Now, what stories be I wanted to hear then?
Any tale of your exciting adventures will do.
What are we doing?
I be having plenty of tales to tell. There be the tale of me adventures in the Baksheevan Empire, if you'd be interested. It'd be a tale of grand romance, just up your alley, be sure of it.
Sure, that sounds like a fine
Sure,
story.
that sounds like a fine story.
Aye. It be near on 50 years ago that I was a mate on a sturdy old lady called the Three-Legged Whore.
The what?
What do I be saying? She was called the Thrifty Horse, she was. Aye, that be her name. The Whittle Whatsit.
You don't remember the ship's name, do you?
Anyways, I be a young mate then, and we be anchored in Monterba, the grand western port of the once glorious Baksheevan Empire. I be having ship leave until the following evening, and it be me first visit to that exotic and dangerous port. So I sets out to have a look around. Now, bear in mind that Monterba be ruled by a mock. Like all large Baksheevan cities. In principle, the mock be having to report to and pay half of all taxes to the Emperor in Port Altaban. But with the Baksheevan Empire having all but crumbled into pieces, the provinces do be having the power to do pretty much as they be wanting. So I sets out on me own that day to explore the city. Now, bear in mind that all the cities of the Southlands.
Okay, this is a
And that
pretty long
be me
story.
adventures in the once glorious
Nice.
empire of Bakshiva. And that be how I meet me bird. How I seduce and romance the Mock's daughter. How I be chased from Monterba by the Mock's soldiers. And how I be the first man to walk across the desert of Shangagriel, the wastelands. And how I be getting this awful rash on. Girl, you do not be sleeping, do you?
No.
What? What? Sleeping? No. Just concentrating really hard. Good story, though. Solid material. Ever considered doing a book?
Aye, but the agents in Marcuria be bloodthirsty vampires with no thought but to milk your life's blood.
Oh, so they take an outrageous commission then?
No. They actually be bloodthirsty vampires with a penchant for biting your neck when you ain't be looking.
Huh.
Oh, gotta get out. What? Why would I do that? Why would I torture myself like that? Why would I torture myself? I'd love to hear some more maritime stories.
I'd love
Let's
to
do
hear
it.
some more maritime stories.
It's Halloween. We can
Sure,
we should
sweetie,
torture
I'd be
ourselves.
What story you be wanting to hear now?
Okay, we had the adventure one, right? Well, I could ask for any tale of the exciting adventures, or I'm storied all out
Any
now.
tale of your exciting adventures will do.
Is this gonna be the same one?
You want more? Damn be me wooden left ankle. I be having a great old tale to tell yous about how I be coming to have me wooden pecker. It all began...
You know what? On second thought, forget about it.
Ah,
What have you got in that chest?
what chest?
The one you're sitting on.
Oh, that be no chest, girl. That be me stool. Me stool, carved into the uncanny likeness of a chest.
But what's in it?
No priceless treasure, that be for sure. Nothing at all. It be empty.
No, really. What's in the chest?
Oh, live snakes. Aye, snakes that'll bite your face off before you have time to jump. Better leave them be, then.
I'm still curious about that chest.
Right. I be telling yous. Curse the balance, girl. You never give up, do you?
Nope.
I be having no real treasure in here, like I told ye. But it be where I keep me personal articles and things I be picking up now and then on me travels. And me bed, it's where I be keeping me bed before I be losing him. I be a stupid old man. He be my best friend. I ain't nobody else around to talk to, you see, on account of him being a talking bird.
Oh, it's the talking bird.
What happened to your talking bird?
I be cheated out of him. Aye, that cups handler on the marketplace be cheating me in a full game of cups, and I be having to give me bird up to try to win me money back.
And what happened?
He be taking me bird when I be choosing the wrong cup. Aye, my best friend taken from me. Cursed to be the balance. I be all lonesome now. The worst part is that me bird is now a prize to be won. A prize in the cups game. Beat the handler thrice and you win a prize of your choice, me poor bird.
What's your bird's name?
Bird.
Oh. I'd better get going.
That doesn't help me win
you
cups.
young'uns all be always running round. Everything be so important. He's been having no time to sit down and take a breath. So go. Be not wasting your time here with me.
Alright. How do I win that cups game? Maybe a magnet? A magnet? Something that's not magic that can help me win a cups game. Maybe some science-based item. Well, that was fun. That was a good talk. That was a good talk. That was a good talk we had there. Alright, let's go over here. Let's use our time skip ability. Alright, here's the gate. We got the instrument seller. Kinda wanna talk to them again.
I'm not in the market for an instrument at this particular moment. Still, good to know where to get one in case of a musical emergency. She's selling a variety of fresh fish.
I mean, who hasn't had a musical emergency in their day? Alright. Here, we're just there. Just there. The City Green? I don't think we've ever been there. Oh, we've never been here. This is new. Place looks interesting. Okay, what have we got going on here? We've got
It's a solid oak door. That's one mother of a plant. I wonder if it's a carnivore.
we have an optional use for the leaf. Nice. Does this game have a point system or not?
It looks to have been carved out of a large tree, but the texture of the house is more stone than bark.
Doesn't look like it does. From what I can tell, it doesn't have like a point system like a lot of adventure games. No points, but some unlockables.
It's a flower bed. There's plenty of room for more seeds to be planted in there.
Well, there's where I can use that, I guess.
I'm not very good at this, but hey, I was born on a farm. That's gotta count for something. Now, grow. Whoa, I must be a natural-born gardener. Strangest thing, I thought I heard a voice say something about a book of secrets. That the book of secrets is now open. Something like that. Huh.
Oh! It's the Book of Secrets at the title page. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's kind of a interesting thing there. Alright, let's go,
Woohoo!
let's knock on this door, I guess. What do we got here?
Enter, honored guest, and I would have been with you presently.
Hey, it's that guy! It's the guy that I talked to last night who seemed to have known me from the future or something.
Be welcomed, stranger, to my abode.
Stranger? Don't you remember me? You invited me here.
Every moment we meet, and every moment we part. You are both stranger and friend, April Ryan.
I'm sorry, but could you try to be a little less obtuse this time? I have a hard time understanding half of what you say.
I will beg for your forgiveness, April Ryan. I had a hard time to make myself understood amongst other peoples. I will pull myself into this moment, difficult as it may be, so that we can communicate and so that you may understand. It is important that you understand, April Ryan, very important.
I like how my name is April Ryan, one word. April Ryan. Like...
Thanks for your hospitality, Obnaxus.
Goodbye. Blessings of the balance to you, April
No, wait.
Ryan.
That was...
And may your journey have been a long and fruitful one.
I meant to talk to him. No! No! Don't leave! Don't leave! Okay, there we go. He didn't leave. Who are you?
Who are you?
I am Abnaxus of the Venar, ambassador to the Ireed Council in Marcuria. My people live far from here, and they do rarely visit your kind, and so I am their sole link to humans and Dolmari.
Why is that?
I alone among the Venar am able to focus on a particular moment and thread in time, and so to speak with those who flow with time, like you.
How do your people perceive time?
It is hard to explain. Any moment before this moment and any moment after is the same to me as this one. I have lived already and I am yet to live. Do you understand me?
I think so, but how's that possible?
Everything is possible, April Ryan. There is magic and there is science, and between the two, everything is possible.
Can you see the future?
To me, every moment is the same. There is no future. I can relate moments you have yet to see, and I can unravel possible threads. But remember, the future I see may not be the one into which you walk. Moments and threads fluctuate, change. I can remember things that have never come to pass, and I have seen things that will never be.
So you can't tell the future.
I would see your possible futures, the likely threads among hundreds. If there was not a veil in time, I would.
A veil in time? What's this veil you're
What's
talking
this
about?
veil you keep talking about?
Somewhere
That is a fun
ahead,
fact.
in our path, there is a dark veil through which I cannot pass, past which I cannot see. It is disconcerting to me to be blocked from the moments of my life.
How did this veil come to be?
It was, no, will be created in chaos, by chaos, to keep the future hidden. All threads converge on a single point here, beyond the veil, and this will happen only once. It is written.
Written? Where?
In the prophecies.
Prophecies. Prophecies. I'm
Tell
interested.
me about the prophecies.
Words have been written by seers who can discern from all possible threads the threads that are certain to be woven. These words are the prophecies.
And what do the prophecies say?
Prophecies speak of a time when the balance will falter, weakened by the assault of chaos and its servants. The moment the veil falls is the moment of uncertainty. The balance may stand, the balance may fall. I cannot tell which it will be, and I cannot even see the possibilities, the threads extending from each fork. But the prophecies also speak of a savior, as the prophecies usually do, one who will bring order to chaos, only to release chaos on the innocent, one who will restore the balance, only to finally break it.
That doesn't sound like a savior.
The word in my tongue is Kanang La. Literally translated, it means the small seed who grew to a tall tree.
Can I ask you a few questions?
Yes.
Yes?
Could you tell me a little bit about yourself, Obnaxus?
Me? About myself? We, the Venar, are not good at speaking of ourselves. We always know who we are, and so we have no need to tell each other.
Well, are you married? Do you have kids? Or perhaps your people don't marry?
Yes, we do marry, and we always know who we are to be with, because our future is also our past, And so we also know our children, even though, according to your reckoning, they have yet to be born. My wife will be, the beautiful Abyanda. She lives by the Bay of Fire in the east. She gave birth to our 3 female children, Abratha, Abalexa, Abpalmana.
How long has it been since you last saw them?
I see them now, April Ryan. Do not forget I perceive time in a different manner from your kind. I have given them your regards.
Well, say hi to them for me. Why did you come here to Marcuria?
I was chosen to be ambassador to Ireed when I showed a talent for seeing the flow of time from one point to the next. I was trained for a long time in locking myself into a single moment to communicate and understand your world. My people do not normally involve themselves with others, but the Veil has forced us to do so.
Why don't the Venar want to involve themselves with humans?
In the wrong hands, our knowledge is dangerous. To know of the possible fluctuating futures, this can be a weapon to some who flow with time. We cannot interfere with your time. We are not allowed.
Who says?
The Balance, the Guardian. The Guardian watches not only the balance between worlds, but also the balance within. Time is in balance, and if this balance is upset, the Guardian would know.
I thought the Guardian was gone.
So he is, and that makes it even more crucial to my people that we preserve the balance and not upset it. Chaos is our enemy, April Ryan, and we do our part to keep it at bay, as do you.
I wonder if the Vanguard have one of these time-flowy individuals working, or somehow working for them.
Are you planning on ever going back to your people?
When we pass through the veil to the other side and time yet again opens up, I will return to my people. I look forward to that day. I miss my people, and it is hard to speak with your kind. It makes me tired.
I know what you mean. I'm a stranger here too.
You will bring us through the veil, April Ryan, and then we can both leave this place and go home.
Seems like an odd
Where is
statement.
your home at Naxos?
Across the border mountains and north, to where the forests are evergreen, and where in winter the land turns white.
It seems like an odd statement to say he misses his people, because from what he told me before, he's more or less already with his people. So that seemed like an odd statement. It didn't seem to flow with his previous statement. But oh well.
Do you know Father Tobias?
Tobias is a faithful servant of the balance, and he is a good man. He leads the sentinel down a narrow path, but he never wavers. We are friends.
So, I can trust him?
Trust is a concept which often puzzles me. Amongst my people there is never distrust. We always know the truth. But amongst your people, amongst those who flow with time, trust is important, a fragile thing. But yes, I do think Tobias is to be trusted fully. I cannot see beyond the veil, but up to that point there is no thread in which he betrays your trust, April Ryan.
Well, that's good to know. I felt like he wasn't supposed to interfere, and he's kind of interfering as well.
Have you heard of a man named Cortez?
No, I have not. But that does not mean I do not know him. Names are often fleeting, April Ryan.
He's my... well, Some have called him my mentor, others a nutcase. I'm not sure which it is, but I'm leaning towards the former.
Your mentor? He is a shifter as well?
No.
No, I don't think so. He doesn't travel. Shift between Stark and Arcadia.
I do not see him in my life, April Ryan. I do not know him. Beyond the veil, perhaps, but not before.
Thanks, Abnaxus.
You are always welcome, April Ryan.
I need some help in my quest.
Yes, you did.
I did? And what did you answer?
That I will help you as much as I can, but in the end...
In the
I'm on
end...
my own. I've heard that one before.
Yeah.
What do you know about dragons?
More dialogue.
I do not know much about the kin, but I do know a little. Perhaps it will help you, perhaps not. The Draic kin came to this world a very, very long time ago. Before the dawn of man, before the divide. The Venar had yet to learn to be outside time, and there were few other peoples on Earth. The kin played an important part in the divide, in separating magic from science, and in the founding of the Fathers, the Sentinel, to watch over the balance. It is said that after the divide of the 4 Draic kin that came to Earth, 2 went to Stark, and 2 to Arcadia.
Heard this before.
But that was a long time ago, 12,000 of your years. I do not know what has become of them since.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, he seems to be kind of stuck here, but also not. So, yeah, it's kind of weird. You don't know where I may find these?
You don't know where I may find these Drakekin?
No, the white of the Draikin, the mother, has, according to legend, been sighted. The tale of the Silver Spear
I've seen her.
of Gorimon speaks of the mother and her child.
I've seen her.
Though I think this is but a tale, and far from the truth.
The story is called The Silver Spear of Gorimon?
Yes, unfortunately I do not have this book myself, and I do not know of anyone who does.
What about the other dragon, the other Draikkin?
Of the Draic kin, I only know of the mother, the white of the kin, although I have heard tell of a god who fell from the sky into the ocean a great long time ago. But this may also be just a tale.
Ooh, I got a journal entry.
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
Only what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live beneath its surface may be able to tell you more.
Who would know that? I mean, a sailor, maybe? I just asked this question.
Have you heard of a disc that works as a key to the Guardian's realm?
Yes, but very little. It has been spoken of in the Ireed Council only recently, brought to attention by the Tyrant Ambassador. He wished to know where it is kept.
And what was the answer?
No one at the council knows or admitted to knowing, and the ambassador was asked to speak with the Sentinel, which he is unlikely to concede to. The Tyrant are allied with the Vanguard, and so are in political and ideological opposition with the Sentinel. I know Vestrum Tobias. He would not speak a word with the Tyrant, nor the Vanguard. Not unless it was to challenge their philosophies.
That's interesting information.
So you don't know where I can find the disc?
No. Ask Vestrum Tobias.
Have I already asked him?
Do you know anything about a rift leading to the Guardian's realm?
I have heard speak of such a thing. I believe it was where the tower was built and the divide created. When the earth was one, it might still be open.
Any idea where it is?
I am afraid the Venar were never very involved in the affairs of the Sentinel, nor took any part in the divide except to agree to the necessity of it. We had little choice but to concede.
Hey, Jody and Gaming.
We are a magical people. We need the balance, because we could not survive without magic.
Okay. How would I go about fighting chaos?
How would I go about fighting chaos?
You cannot fight chaos. It is not so simple. To oppose chaos, one must return order to that which has been affected by chaos, and thus reduce its powers. But this is not something everyone can do. Only those ordained by the balance can embark on such a dangerous task and survive.
Okay. I'm guessing I'll get repeats here.
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
I think I already got
Only
this one.
what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live beneath its surface
I've already got that one.
may be able to tell you more.
Okay. So you don't know where to find
So you don't know
the...
where I can find the disc?
No. Ask
Okay.
Vestrum Tobias.
So based on me being able to get those repeated, I think I need to do both of those things. So I need to find somebody who has better knowledge of the ocean and the sea and the creatures that live in it. And I need to talk to Tobias about the location of the disc.
That's about it for now.
I am glad I could be of assistance, April Ryan.
I'll talk to you later, Abnaxis.
Blessings of the balance on your journey, April Ryan.
Yeah, this is a time, a being that exists in like a fourth dimensional creature. He lives within time. So very weird, very weird concept that I don't really fully comprehend. But all right, go back to the city. Yeah, so he can speak of futures. Like, he exists in time. And he is one of the few of the creatures that can exist in a point in time, and he's kind of an ambassador. So, well, let's ask Tobias about the disc, I guess. And I want to see if I can... How do I win that bird?
Good morning, Tobias.
Let's ask him about the disc.
Why, it's April, my friend from Stark. Have you come to visit us again?
So it appears. I didn't exactly come here by choice this time, though.
Oh? How so, if I may ask?
In a weird and twisted way, it's nothing out of what's become the substitute for ordinary in my life. One second I was in my room in Newport. The next, I was in a dark alley in Marcuria.
You must have opened a shift while you were sleeping. Good. This means you are learning to harness your magic.
Yeah, I guess, except I don't think I'll be able to get back home again. And this time, my mentor, Cortez, has no idea that I'm here.
Ah, but I'm sure you will find a way to channel and control your power soon. In the meantime, is there anything I can do to help?
I need to get back home. I need to locate the disc.
I need to locate the disc that unlocks the Guardian's tower.
The disc that is the key? Yes, it is needed. It might even restore balance, provided the new Guardian accompanies it to the tower, of course. But you wish to find the disc yourself?
I have to. Cliché or not, it's our only hope.
You do this often then? You know, save worlds?
It's an expression. Heroism in my world is more of a cliché than anything else.
I do not understand. But then I am merely a servant of the balance, while you are more. But yes, the disc. As I told you once before, when the Earth was divided, and the realm of the Guardian created, a disc was forged in the Well of Making. The disc was to serve two purposes: as a key to the Tower of Balance should it become necessary to enter it in the Guardian's absence, and as a replacement for the disc that is already in the tower should it be broken. The tower is now abandoned and locked, and the old disc shattered. I do think the time is right for the second disc to be brought forward and used.
If I get it, I will totally be a target. And I also agree. The game dialogue is very interesting, and I find it where even when it doesn't further the plot, it tells the story from multiple different perspectives, which is really actually kind of cool. Like, you can get the same story arc from like 3 or 4 different perspectives. Like, yesterday I was in the police station and I phoned my mother. Didn't impact the plot, but kind of told the story a little bit from my mother's perspective and kind of showed me kind of how that relationship worked, I suppose.
Where is the disc now?
At first, more than 12,000 years ago, it was kept in the open, at the Sentinel Enclave outside Marcuria. However, when thieves attempted to make away with the disc, it was taken away.
Why?
So that the 4 parts of the disc could be divided amongst 4 of the magical people of Arcadia. People who would have nothing to gain from the balance being compromised.
What people were the disc divided amongst?
This I cannot tell you. I am not sure anyone remembers now. But it would be in the scriptures, I am certain.
What scriptures?
The scriptures of the balance. There are 13 of them.
Man.
13 is a strong number, rich in tradition, and... Did you know the Ireed High Council consists of 13 ministers? No, of course you don't. 13 was also the number of the fathers who begat the Sentinel, and who built the Tower of Balance.
13 scriptures, and there's 13 chapters in this game too, from my understanding.
Where can I find the scriptures of the balance?
Pay a visit to the Sentinel Enclave, located outside the city to the east. The great library of the Enclave contains every book ever written by an Arcadian minstrel, and most others as well.
Go
Speak with
read
Minstrel Yeri,
books.
the keeper of books. Tell him I sent you.
Oh, I got a new entry. Where can I find... I already asked that. I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's Realm.
I need to find the entrance to the Guardian's Realm.
There is one. You are right in that, but where I would not venture to guess. In the past, when the time came for the Guardian to step down and another to take his or her place, the Guardian opened a gateway wherever it was needed. A Guardian, still in full control of the balance, can invite anyone in and let anyone out. But with the Guardian gone, the only way in would be the point where the divide was first created, where the tower was built.
Isn't that location written down somewhere?
Remember that this was done on the old Earth before the divide. After the divide, after the creation of Stark and Arcadia, places were shifted about. This entrance may not even be on the ground anymore.
What do you mean?
It could be up there, in the sky, or far below us, through the crust of the Earth into the molten depths below. I cannot say, and I do not know anyone who could.
That is not helpful.
Isn't there any way to locate the entrance to the Guardian's Realm?
Perhaps with careful investigation of the old texts.
Ooh, more reading.
Histories of Arcadia, of the Divide, the scriptures. I do not know, April, but it cannot hurt to look. Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yeren.
Read. I need to locate the 2 dragons that reside in Arcadia. That's a good thing to ask as well.
I need to locate the 2 dragons that
Because they
reside
have
in
the gemstones or
Dragon?
whatever. I keep
What's
saying
the
dragon.
difference?
Dragons is a word from your world. The kin are not what they have become in your legends and fairy tales.
But they're real, aren't they?
Oh, as real as you and me, April. And old. They have been here since before our time. As you probably remember, the kin were instrumental in the Divide, saving mankind from a terrible end. But I know so little. Only what I can remember from my studies when I was a minstrel at the Enclave.
Okay.
How can I get more information on the Drakkin?
Books, daughter, books. The wisdom of the ages. There is one tome you should study, called The Secrets of the Dry Kin, by Minstrom Elniak. It is old but informative, and it captures the imagination.
Where can I find this book?
Again, you will find these texts at the Sentinel Enclave. Speak with Minstrom Yeren.
I get it. I gotta go to the library. Oh my gosh. Again, you'll find this at the library. That's the 3rd time. I need help
getting back home.
Okay, is this gonna be at the library?
Unfortunately, I'm in no better state today to help you shift than I was the day before yesterday. You are the one with the talent, and so you must learn to use that talent.
Okay.
Thank you, Tobias.
Good to know I could help you, April.
Alright, back. Now let's go do some reading. Yay. So this chapter is called Monsters. This chapter is called Monsters, so I'm waiting for monsters. I also want to get the bird. Okay, here's the new location, the Enclave. Let's go there. Wow, this looks dangerous. Holy cow, this looks really dangerous. Whoa.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor.
Okay.
The dragon's mouth is pointing straight down at the middle of the floor. It's a circular hollow about 20 centimeters across and about 5 centimeters deep.
Alright. Seems like that's meant for something, but I don't know what. Go downstairs. Priest. Ooh, ominous music. No, it doesn't go that way. I can go stairs and
It's one of the Sentinel Minstrel.
Oh, goodness me, I didn't hear you come in. By the way, you haven't seen Volume 6 of the Complete Annotated History of the Northlands, have you? I could have sworn it was here yesterday.
Sorry, no.
I guess someone else must have taken it. I try to tell them to write down what they borrow on the list, but they never listen. Only
Those
last week,
jerks.
I spent 3 hours searching the entire Enclave for the second scripture of the ballads, the scripture of song, before I realized that Vestrum Tobias was studying it back in the city. Now, such incidents could be avoided if only, and this applies to you too, young lady, people would sign out the books they borrow when they borrow them, and sign them back in when they're done. Such a simple procedure. It shouldn't take more than a few seconds to jot down your name and the name of the book you borrow. It makes my job so much easier. Now, which book did you want me to find for you?
Are you Minstrom Yaren?
Yes, of course. What a silly question.
How would I know? I don't know you.
I am Minstrom Yaren, keeper of the great library of Marcuria. In fact, this is the greatest library of all the Northlands. Perhaps of the entire world. Although they say the Dark People have a library as big, if not bigger, than this one. But of course, we're not allowed anywhere near there. Have you been there?
I don't think...
What a silly question. Of course you haven't. You're not of the Dark People, are you? You don't look like any Dark People I've ever seen, so I can't see how you could possibly... Now, where did Volume 6 disappear to?
He's a bit of a mumbler.
Tobias said I should talk with you.
Tobias? Vestrum Tobias? I haven't seen him for... Well, he was in last week, but before that it must have been days at least. How is he? Still eating enough for 2 mules? I must tell you of this funny story I heard the other day. Of how Vestrum Tobias eats enough for a table full of minstrum. Or was it one Elguan? Although the Elguan don't as a rule eat very much at all. Did you know that the Elguan can smell water more than half a day's journey away?
Yeah, he's a mumbler.
Amazing, amazing creatures, perfectly suited for life in the desert. The balance provides, that's for certain. The balance provides.
Alright.
Vestrum Tobias recommended that I look at some books.
Books is what we do best here at the Enclave, that is for certain. Which book would you like to see?
I'm looking for a story called The Silver Spear of Gorimon.
I am looking for that book. That is true.
Yes, a fanciful tale if I ever saw one, but a charming one. Did you know that I'm often paid visit by adventurers wishing to read everything available on the spear so that they too can set out on their foolish quests?
Yeah, don't you just hate those adventurers?
Well, they pay for my bread, milk, and butter with their contributions to the coffers, so I shouldn't be too critical of them. But they care not about the books. They care only about what the books can give them.
I care. About the books, really.
I can tell. So, the Silver Spear of Gorimon, then?
I'll even sign your thing if you want me to. Check it out. Looks like he's bringing a book. Looks like he might have it.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Ooh, nice. I can read it. Yes. I wasn't actually expecting that. Ooh. Okay. In the glory days of Bakshora, before the drought, when Gormon was the greatest city in the known world, the Payrock of... Man, lots of words. Bakshiro decided to forge the most powerful weapon in the world. to challenge the mighty white dragon. The Peroch had grown greedy and bored, his treasure hoard filled with the riches of the world, and he desired nothing except for one thing he could never have: the unborn daughter of the white dragon, the fairest, poorest, most beautiful creature in the universe. He had asked the white dragon for her daughter's hand in marriage, but she had refused, scolding him for his... I can't read any of those words. And warning him to keep... I guess I need to turn the page. His distance from immortals. And so the Peru sought the advice of a mighty sorcerer, the dark and cruel Ios, to learn how to kill one of the Draken. The sorcerer told him the Peru of the white sliver of Mount Torinoi, the strongest substance in Arcadia, and how it could be forged by magic to kill one of the kin. The Peru ordered his army to go north across the ocean and to bring back enough white silver to shape a weapon. When his men returned with the rare metal, he ordered the finest blacksmith in Bakshaw to his castle, where the sorcerer cast a spell to create a unholy forge. 10 days and 10 nights it took before the exhausted blacksmith could present a tall spear to his emperor. But before the spear could be used to kill one of the kin, it had to be bathed in blood. Beheading the poor blacksmith and the soldiers who had retrieved the white silver from Mount Thernoi. Maybe that's Pharaoh's, I don't know. Private bath was filled with their blood. So he killed the blacksmith and all the soldiers that went to get the silver. As he dropped the silver spear into the red bath, watched over by the sorcerer, a terrible scream erupted, and steam rose up in a red, foul-smelling cloud. When the steam lifted, the blood was all gone, and the spear was glowing in a deep red color. With a terrible weapon now ready to be wielded, the Pharaoh issued a challenge to the White Dragon to either surrender her daughter to him or for marriage, or to suffer a a fateful death at his hand. Enraged, the White Dragon refused him yet again and flew to meet him and the sorcerer and his 1,000-strong army in the green fields outside Goramon. Of the magical silver spear, she knew nothing, and he kept it wrapped in cloth by his side. Bring your forces around, warned the white dragon. If you do not, I will lay waste to them all. I wish my men no harm, lied the Payru, I guess. For this is between the two of us. He then rode forward alone and dismounted his horse, but stayed within reach of the spear. The white dragon landed before him, and she said, "You are brave to face me like this when you know you cannot harm me." Then he raised a hand as if to greet her, but it was instead a sign to his sorcerer, the terrible Ios, who cast a mighty spell to hold the white dragon while he drew his silver spear. The white dragon fought bravely, and she was close to escaping the sorcerer's magic, but he was quick, and he thrust the magical spear into her chest. She screamed in pain and anger, and the sorcerer's spell could no longer hold her. Raising on her beautiful wings, blood pouring down on the land below, she cursed Bekshaw, her Payru, and her people for all time. Wherever the white dragon's blood fell, the land turned arid and grass became sand. He sent his army to follow the white dragon and to bring back her egg, but the drought grew, and within days the empire of Barshal was turning into a desert. Then followed a fierce storm that tore across the land for 100 days and nights, and when the dust settled, there was nothing less of Bakshaw but 2 coastal something and a few scattered something. It is said that in the buried realms of a lost capital, wrapped in the arms of the Payru, who dared test the immortal, rests the silver spear of Garamon. That is the story. So, in the desert, there may be the spear that can be used to kill or wound an immortal dragon.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
Interesting. That was hard to read. That text was bad. But I got the gist. What is he doing? You're putting it back in the wrong place. Put it back where you found it. Do you not have an ordering system here? Oh my gosh. I used context to get some of the words.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly.
I didn't expect to actually have to read, but I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure what book to ask for. A book on the history would be interesting. I would like to see some Arcadian folk tales. Really? Really? This is a lot of reading.
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter. I know a great deal about most of the books in here. What topic intrigues you?
The scriptures? I need to find out about 4 magical people of Arcadia who were given a piece of the stone disc that serves as the
I need
key.
to find out which 4 magical people of Arcadia were given a piece of the stone disc that serves as the key to the Guardian's realm.
The stone disc of the balance, yes? Yes. There could possibly be something on that in... let me check. Just one moment.
It might help if I had my reading glasses, which I don't normally need, but...
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Ooh, more reading. Alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good. We're good here. I can read. Okay. Chapter 16 of the 8th scripture, the scripture of breaking. Regarding the disc of the balance and the events that came about when the disc was broken, the scriptures tell us that the disc was kept at the Enclave for many thousands of years, safely guarded from any threat by the respect held by every man and woman for the authority of the fathers. But with dissent came disobedience, and disobedience brought immortality, and immortality begat theft. Or immorality, I guess. Immorality, not immortality. Immorality. Disobedience brought immorality, and immorality begat theft. Tyrone soldiers, aided by sentinel traitors, attempted to make away with the disc, but were thwarted by the White of the Ken herself, the White Dragon, intervening, although forbidden to do so, on behalf of the fathers. The disc was brought safely back to the Enclave, but the threat would linger in the minds of the Minstrum and the Vestrum. So it became that the disc was melted in the forge of the dragon's mouth, shaped into the elements of 4 magical people, and given to those respective people for safekeeping, until such a time when it was decreed that the disc should once more be whole. 1 stone to the gentle sands that slug in the dark and shape the earth between. Okay. Was toes? Was their their toes. Okay, can I turn back? Oh yeah, okay. 1 stone to the gentle sands that sing in the dark and shape the earth between their toes. 1 stone to the watchers of the woods, the ones who are outside. 1 stone to the 2 that take one that make one of something and of sea. Okay, I don't know what that says. And 1 stone to the keepers of the dark flame and eternally dark, the mariners. And 1 stone to the keepers of the dark flame, the eternally dark, the mariners. Okay. When the time comes for the disc to be whole again, 1 person will make a journey to the 4 who hold the pieces, and the pieces will be given willingly, because there will be no doubt to the righteousness of this person. Okay.
Are you done?
I think I'm going to write a journal entry about this, so I will probably be able to kind of figure this more out from my journal entry, hopefully. I am willing to look up the text online, though, so I don't have to just constantly come back here. Because they gave me clues. I have clues. I'm hoping that I hear the journal entry sound. I didn't get the journal entry sound. Well, poo. Dang it. Oh well. Alright, I need to read more. Must read more. Must read more.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
Oh my gosh, I've been here the whole time. Could I see some more books?
See some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
I'm looking for some information, but I'm not sure which book to ask for.
No matter.
Okay. I need to read about the stone disc. I need to learn more about the dragons.
I'd like to learn more about dragons, about the Dragkin.
Oh, yes. We have some wonderful books on that topic. Stay here.
There was like one word I didn't understand. I think there was one word that I didn't understand in that last book. And it was an important one too. That's the bad part about it. It was an important word. Come on, give me my book. I want my book. Right.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
That does look...
It's a pool of seawater. You'd think that it'd be a bad idea to have a pool inside a library on account of the moisture. But I guess magic makes everything possible.
Well, there you go. There you go, Jodian. Secrets of the Drachkin by Minstrom Elyak. Forward. The Drachkin are known by many names throughout the Twin Worlds. In Altungui, they are often referred to as Draknir. Draknil? In some variations of Love Tongue or Low Tongue, Drakin. In the Southlands, the word Digraf refers specifically to the winged lizard shape traditionally associated with the kin. In Irhad, the eternal spirits of the kin are called simply Drak, regardless of their current shape. In Stark, most cultures refer to the kin as dragon. Drag, Drak, Dragon, though this usually refers only to the winged lizard-like shape and not to the spirit inhabiting this shape. In fact, while in Arcadia, the kin were respected and revered as eternal spirits with great significance in the balance, and the all in Stark, the kin are mostly creatures of mythology and fairy tales. However, in some Stark legends, the scriptures, notably the Christian Bible, the name dragon is associated with the forces of evil, and thus the religious connotations do seem to have carried over to a somewhat distorted form. Who or what are the Drakkin? Why not ask who is the creator or what is the all? Questions thus asked will remain perpetually unanswered, for they are in truth unanswerable. To condense all knowledge of the Creator into one answer is futile, as is any attempt to define the all without describing every single element that makes up the all. So, also with the Drakkin, we cannot answer who is the kin or what is the kin, but we can provide some answers to the simple questions, the questions that deal with what we see and hear and feel and what we have been told by the kin themselves. Answers that together may give us, if only the faintest hint of the whole truth, then at least some indication of who or what the Drakkin are. Born of the emptiest between the stars, reads the 11th scripture of the balance, the scripture of time, shaped in unison with the all, part of the all, yet outside the all. Drakkin, note the ancient high tongue variation of Drakkin. Okay. There's a sidebar there. Why so many variations and interpretations of the Drakkin from culture to culture? The kin have always been shrouded in mystery, and from mystery rises beyond and from mystery rise legend and myth. The kin seem content to be seen as nothing but tall tales and figments of a bard's imagination. Okay.
Are you done?
That didn't...
Let me take that back for you.
I feel like that gave me no information at all. Like, I get different names for the dragon. Drakkin... Like, I got different languages, I guess? Like, I don't know. That did not seem to give me anything. Okay. And not... Wait, I think I just got something. I heard a noise.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
I keep frightening this guy. Alright.
Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly. What a silly question.
I'm looking for some information, but
No matter.
I need to read that scripture again. I would like to read more about the Drakkin. I read more about the Drakkin.
I'd like to read more about the Drakkin.
Why, of course. I will get the book you're looking for immediately.
Is that the same book? Is he gonna get me the same book? Okay, I'm gonna time skip. This is where time skipping is gonna come in handy. Wow, time skipping is actually nice.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Thank you. Is it the same book? Is it the same book, or is it a different book? Let's find out. It is the same book. Okay, so that's the same book.
Are you done?
Alright, put it away. Put it away. Put it away. I don't want to read that book. That did not seem to be very useful. That book did not seem useful.
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh,
Could I see some more books?
Oh, certainly.
So I can ask for a book on the history.
A book on the history of Marquis.
Ah, an extensive...
Okay, he's gonna give me another book that I can read.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Okay. Alright, let's look at this book. I don't know if this will have any information or if this is just story, but we'll read it. Travels of the Northlands by John something the Discoverer. The first part. In my many years as a traveling post and bard, I have journeyed far and wide across the far realms of Arcadia, and I have seen sights most people have never dreamed. I have stood on the magnificent and terrible southern cages of in the midst of winter, when the storms are at their fiercest, while waves as tall as the towers of Altaban washed over my frozen body. I have witnessed the monstrous beasts that lurk in those dark and deadly waters. I need to find this guy. This is the guy who knows stuff that happened under the sea. I was talking to the one guy who traveled through time, and he said I needed to find somebody who knew about the mysteries under the ocean. And it sounds like he might be the guy. Maybe. The South swallow brave galleons whole. Creatures the size of something that with a flick of a tail can touch the depths of the sea and the stars themselves. I have crossed the great ocean from north to south and from east to west, and in the course have been stranded on desert islands with no sustenance, but I could gather from the sparse vegetation. For months at a time, I have ridden the giant Elgwain across Oakgard, the wasteland, from Alaban to Moltabia, and further south, where the Turek and Ossels are few and far between, and I have seen the shifting dunes above the ruins of Gorum, precious... Well, I need to go there too. Precious jewel of the Bakshan. Empire concealed for contourless by the coarse and treacherous sand, and I have journeyed far west, carried on goodwill and destiny by shadow ships, to the strange and unknown cliffs of the world unseen by most, a world of an unfamiliar tongue and customs, a world of great wonder and mysticism. I have seen all this and more, but the farthest sights still I have seen in the lands of the north, from something to the border, from Tyran to the Bay of something. No sight can ever compare to the dawn at Mount Turindi, looking out to the plebes of Nadora, where something, I can't read that word, run free, and to look on the city. Okay, I think I need to find this guy. I don't think I need to know all of this. Oh wait, here's something. Oh, Marcaria. thou unkempt diamond of capitals, thou art by truth. Thy counsel may seek for knowledge, while within its controls sought and gathered by men wiser than the ages, brought hither by big word of mouth, changed thou not the course of war. Man, this is a lot of words. This is a lot of words. Okay, I'm not going to read all that.
Let me take that back for you.
I feel like I need to find that individual. Okay, I think I'm going to look for this book on, see if I can find the text on the internet somewhere, because, let's see. Okay, let's get the other book that I need, and let's read it too.
Oh, goodness.
Keep
Could I
getting
see some more?
frightened.
Oh, certainly.
He obviously, I don't know why I keep frightening him. I would like to read some Arcadian.
Arcadian folktales.
A favored topic of mine. I have just what you're looking for.
Okay. Whoops. Apparently there's a book called The Longest Journey from 1907. That's interesting, isn't it?
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Okay. Well, let's read it. This is the last book that I think I can read, so... Okay, I know what the book is called, so I'm going to put this into Google and see if I can get something back. Sandra, the Faithful Wife. The Longest Journey. Okay. That is interesting. Okay, Sandra, the Faithful Wife. Sandra was married to a brute of a man named Karak. He was a bully who drunk. He was a bully who drunk, cursed, gambled, and beat up his wife when he lost coins at the craps table, maybe. Still, Sandra treated Karak with respect and care. She fed him when he was hungry. She made his bed and washed his back, and she lied down with him when he told her to. She never complained of her hardships to anyone. Though on some days she woke up with bruises all over her body. Despite her husband's treatment, Sadra Sadra. Okay, I found it. Despite her husband's treatment, Sadra was a beautiful woman with lovely dark hair and green eyes. And men would admire her when she went to the market for food or town well for water. But none dared approach her, fearing her dangerous husband more than they admired her beauty and grace. People would say, "Poor Sadra, she deserves better than what she has. She is so good and patient even though her husband mistreats her every day." But no one was willing to do anything to free her from her husband, as they feared his wrath. She chooses her own path, they would say, and it is not our duty to interfere. Then, one day, a tall and handsome prince rode into town to visit with the elder council. When he spotted Sadra carrying 2 heavy buckets from the well to her home on the edge of town, he was taken with her beauty and youth, and he jumped down from his horse to help her carry the buckets. I think is this a really long one? This is a really long one. But oh well. I'm not gonna. I will try to flip the pages, but I'm reading this off a website. So, let's see. He jumped off his horse to help her to carry the buckets home. On the way, he offered Sadra courtship, but she told him she was already married. He bowed respectfully and excused himself for acting impolitely. That night, Sadra's husband heard about the prince helping his wife, and after striking her down for letting royalty interfere with her duties, he strode drunkenly, for he had already had his usual fill of dark ale, towards the tavern where the prince and his cohorts were staying. Then it's Care, not Car, it's C-A-R-E, arrived at the tavern. The prince was eating dinner, and when told Sadra's husband was there to see him, the prince stood and waved the man closer. "I must congratulate you on your good taste in marriage," said the prince. "For your wife is the most beautiful and good-hearted woman I have ever met." And then he offered Care a seat and a tall mug of ale, but the angry husband did not appreciate the prince's advances, and he drew a sword and lunged at the prince before his guards could react. The prince was quick and lucky to avoid certain death, and before Car could make a second strike, the prince had recovered his sword from where it stood by the wall and stood ready to fight the brute. "Leave me be," called the prince, when his guards drew his arms and ran to protect the liege. "This is between him and me." Smiling briefly, he nodded his head to Car, who stood to attention. Obviously, his skill with the sword was formidable. Car, a coward at heart, knew that if he fought fairly, he would surely die, and he sheathed his sword but loosened his knife he had tucked up his long sleeve. "My pardon, Prince. My love for my wife is such that I am blinded by jealousy. I offer you friendship and apologies." He extended his open hand to the prince and smiled a broad lizard's smile. The prince, unaware of Car's mistreatment of his faithful wife, smiled back, put his sword down, and extended his own hand. "Your apology is accepted, sir." Then suddenly, Car's knife was in his hand and moving in a blur towards the prince's exposed throat. Had it not been for the quick eye of a nearby guard, who, with the broad side of his sword, struck Car on the side of his head, the prince would have been dead. The knife carved a deep scar in the prince's shoulder, but did no serious harm. Car was taken away to the town prison to be judged when the sun rose. His crime was surely punishable by death. especially if Sadra would testify to his cruelty in front of the judge. Free of Kar's tyranny, the townspeople now spoke of Sadra's suffering by her husband's hand, but Sadra would not herself, even now, speak against her husband, and instead of being sentenced to death, Kar was sent away to work the king's mines for 25 years. Taken with her faithfulness, the prince yet again offered Sadra courtship, but again, Sadra declined. She was still a married woman. Then, 1 year later, Kar attempted to escape the king's mine by killing 2 guards and climbing the walls, but he was shot down with an arrow and died in agony and disgrace. Again, the prince visited Sadra's town, bringing condolences and renewed offer to courtship, and this time, Sadra agreed. Months later, the prince and Sadra were married in a glorious ceremony, and when the old king died, the prince became regent and Sadra was queen. She was as good a queen as the land has ever seen, and she was loved dearly until the day she died. And her funeral was the grandest and most tearful in memory. That's story number 1. We're not done yet. No, we have one more. We have one more story. We got one called The Children of the Lake. This one is shorter. Let's read this one now. The Children of the Lake. There was a village by the lake where no couple had borne a child for 20 years. The villagers were desperate, for without children, their village would wither and die, and they turned to their god for help. Hey Lars, it's going well. I'm reading this book. The next morning, 50 young children rose out of the misty lake and wandered onto the shores. Much to the joy of the childless women, "We are yours," said one of the children. "As long as you remember one thing, you are never to fish from this lake again. Instead, you must learn to hunt in the forest and live off the land." The villagers agreed, though they worried they might go hungry, since they were used to catching and eating fish from the lake. But it didn't take long before they had taught themselves to hunt and grow wheat and potatoes in the fields. 18 years passed, and then one day an old man grew tired of rabbits and deer and potatoes and bread, and he longed to catch a big fish and cook it over a sizzling fire. He took his boat out to where the villagers would not see him, and he sank his line. Almost immediately, he caught a large trout. But as he was rowing back to the shore, he saw the children of the lake wander from their homes back to the dark waters from whence they came. Their mothers called for them, trying to hold on to them, begging them not to leave, but they would not speak, and one by one they disappeared into the lake. The old fisherman then saw, as the children sank into the murky waters, how they turned into large fish and sped off into the deep. He was shameful then and dropped his catch back into the water, but it was too late. The village would forever remain childless. And that's the last story.
Are you done? Let me take that back for you.
Okay. So, that is the last story, and I think that's the last book I can read. Okay, so I have, I now have a list of all the books, it looks like, that I can read. Let's see, all the books of Arcadia. I've got quite a few books here. There's a lot of books. Oh my goodness. I guess these aren't all books. This is just telling me about Arcadia, not books. So, Pictures wanted, the longest journey, books. Category books. Okay, so it looks like here's a list of books. Okay, cool. Alright. I have Secrets of the Draken and stuff like that, so I don't know if there's anything else I can do here. Yeah, I like the Prince story better as well. The Prince story was a better story in my opinion. Is there anything else I can ask about?
Oh, goodness, it's you again. Oh, you gave me such a fright.
I'll see you later.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
Yes, good.
And then I'm gonna do that again. Give him a fright again.
Oh, goodness.
He gets scared easily.
Could I see
Oh, certainly.
Okay, I'd like more information. I need, it says, more. Okay, I read all of that. Actually, I don't feel like reading right now.
I'm looking for some
No, ma'am.
More about the Draken. I've already...
I forget.
I know how it is. I forget things all the time. I even forgot my own name once. Couldn't remember it for a whole week, and then someone called for me, and I couldn't find him. Strangest thing.
Okay. I think that's it. I think that's all the books I can read.
Actually, I don't feel like reading right now.
Okay.
Don't feel like... Very well, though it is the strangest thing I've heard in a while. How can you not feel like reading?
Bye now.
Hmm? Oh, yes.
Okay, so there's a pool here. You can touch it. Oh, interesting. Let's go down to the pool. What am I doing?
The water's pretty cold.
Can I use anything in the pool? No, there's nothing I can use in the pool. Okay, let's look at the pool then. Pool is an interactive object. Okay, so if I need seawater, I can come here. It seems like I could get seawater on the docks too, but this is I can actually definitely get to this seawater. So, okay, anything else other than the pool? Doesn't look like it. All right, let's leave. I think we can leave this place now. Looks like there's nothing else to do. I don't know what this is. Oh, these are the stairs up. Okay. Okay, so this is an exit to go down here. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the inn, the Journeyman Inn, and see if... I still don't know what this is about either. See if we can maybe find the person I'm supposed to deliver that map to. Maybe they're back now. Here. Doesn't look like it.
Excuse me?
Yes? Oh.
Do you know when Tunlayak is expected back?
I could not tell you.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome, child.
Still not back. Okay. Alright. Now where do we need to go? Let's see. Where else can we go? We can talk to Tobias again. We can talk to Westhouse again. Let's talk to Westhouse. Westhouse might have some info. Let's talk to him some
Hi there,
more.
Mr. Westhouse. I'm back.
My word. What on earth possessed you to return to this godforsaken place? You were lucky to escape the first time, but now you're really pushing it.
It's not that bad a place, or else you wouldn't stay here. Besides, this time I didn't exactly come here by choice.
Didn't really
I
come
stay
here by
because
choice
I'm a
last time
true
either.
Masochist, Miss Ryan. And who forced you to come? Was it Cortez?
He doesn't even know I'm here, unfortunately. No, I think I had some kind of accident with my so-called powers. I shifted in my underwear.
No, ha! Isn't that the way it is, though? We always cross the rift at the most inopportune times. Care for a drink? Oh, no, that's right. You, don't.
Would you mind helping me with a few questions?
I've nothing better to do, so shoot.
Do you know anything about dragons?
I try to stay out of the affairs of the kin these days. What precisely do you wish to know about the damn beasts?
There are 2 dragons in Arcadia, and I'm trying to locate them.
Yeah, I've heard that tale myself, but no, I don't know anything about it. You'd be better off speaking with the Sentinel Minstrom.
Done.
After all, religion is their specialty, not mine.
I already did that, didn't I? Isn't that who I spoke to? Maybe not. Maybe not.
Did you ever hear a story about a god who fell from the sky?
Stories aren't my thing, April. You should visit a library.
I already
I'm
did.
Sure you'll find some stories in the books. I know the Sentinel have a library somewhere near the city. I've also heard rumor of a people with wings who do nothing but observe and record history through stories. But I don't know if that's all it is. A rumor. Still, if you're looking for stories, it may be wise to check it out and see if you can find them.
Information. Nice.
What did you say about the flying people?
They're supposed to be great storytellers, and they've been observing this world for a very long time. But it could only be a rumor.
Rumors usually have some truth to them.
I'm looking for a disc that will open up the Guardian's realm.
That's religion, Miss Ryan. And the only things I worship are whiskey, a good cigar, and a nice long... Anyway, don't ask me about all that balance mumbo-jumbo.
Would you be able to tell me where I could look for the entrance to the Guardian's realm?
In Tobias's pants, if he had his wish, I'm sure. No, I'm sorry. I don't know anything about the Guardians, balance, Sentinel, or gardening. Now, if you're interested in bullfighting, I could talk all night.
Bullfighting's a horrible act of cruelty to animals, and not much of a sport at all.
I'll just forget you said that, Miss Ryan. If there's one thing I miss about Stark, it's bullfighting.
You'll be happy to hear, then, that they abolished bullfighting hundreds of years ago.
Damn.
I can't think of any more questions for now.
Then, let's talk about other things, shall we?
Thanks, Mr. Westhouse.
Okay.
Anytime, April.
He did give me some useful information. He did actually give me something useful to go on. So he gave me this last diary entry. Brian Westhouse just told me something I should remember. He said that he's heard stories about a winged people who observe and record history. If they've got records going back thousands of years, maybe they know something about the whereabouts of the disc, the jewels, or even the entrance to the Guardian Realms. It's definitely worth checking out. Okay, so now I need to figure out information about that. Okay. So, we can go back to the temple, we can ask Tobias, we can go to the library, we could ask the librarian about that, or we could go to... We have a lot of people that we can ask. We have a lot of people we can ask. It seems like my best bet is to ask this. let's see if he knows anything.
Can I ask you?
Yes.
Thanks.
You are
About my...
anything I can.
What else do you know about this god who fell from the sky?
Only what I have told you. Someone with greater knowledge of the ocean and the creatures that live.
Okay.
That's about...
I am
He,
glad.
he does not know
I'll talk
anything.
to...
Blessed.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything. So now let's go to... Let's try Tobias now. It's here. If he knows anything about these flying winged creatures. Okay.
I'm never too busy for you, April. What may I assist you with today?
Where can I find the scripture of balance? Where can I... Okay. Already know
Thank
that.
you.
Good date?
Nothing. Nothing. Alright. Next person. The library. Let's go back to the library. Let's read another book.
Oh, goodness, it's you.
Could I see...
Oh, certain.
I'm looking for some...
No matter.
Ah, here we go! Here we go!
Are there any books about flying people who observe and tell stories?
Winged storytellers, hmm? Let me see what I can find. Hold on.
The answer was read a damn book.
I did find something of interest. I'll leave it here for you to read.
Alright. More to read. Let's see what it is. This one's called...
The island of Elias, near the Briston Atoll. Maybe I should try to go there.
What?! I did something! What?! That's crazy! What's this book called? It's I don't see it. It's not in my list of books. A crafty winged people who have recently dwindled in numbers and whose ability to fly long distances has been steadily diminishing over the past 10 centuries. Yeah, it's not an event. I don't think it's considered an adventure game. I think it's considered an action game, actually. But you know, it is one I'm interested in playing. I do actually have it because I think it was free on the Epic Games Store. The Italian are known for their ability to remember and tell stories from before the dawn of mankind and up to modern events. The largest known tribe of Iltarian, with whom traders have occasional contact, reside in the uninhabited island, the otherwise uninhabited island of... Okay, that's fairly straight. Alright. I mean, I think I would like it. It's just one of those where I'm pretty sure I would like it. Yeah. Games that have a lot of combat are ones that I don't mind playing, but I don't tend to play much on stream. So, but I would not be opposed to adding it to my list of games and having it because I do have, if you notice on my game list, I do have an other game section that is separate. And it is a game I actually wouldn't mind playing. Okay, can I go to that island now? Let's go to the pier. Oh, really? I've gotten, I think, as many free games as I possibly, I get them every
Nice
time
day
they're
for
out.
it.
Not really, no.
Oh, I can ask him about stuff.
Do you know anything about a god that fell from the sky into the sea?
Of course. You find fallen gods most everywhere these days. They're an air and a hand.
Really?
No, of course not. There are no fallen gods in the sea. It wouldn't make much sense, would it? If the sea was full of gods just lying about the seabed.
So you've never heard of such a thing happening?
Now you got it.
Retro is one of those games where retro is one of those things where it's difficult to pin down, and I have had this conversation quite a bit.
Do you know the island of Elias?
The vacation paradise of the ancient Del Mare? Certainly.
How do I get there?
It's near the Briston Atoll, but boats rarely travel directly to Briston from Marcuria. You'd have to travel via Guyenne.
I think L.A. Noire might be on my list. If it might be.
Thanks for the chat.
Aye.
Okay. I mean, I have non-retro games on my list, and I think if I played something like L.A. Noire, I would play it not in the retro category, but I don't know.
I look like a assorted car.
It's a tough call. Maybe he knows something. He's got some stories to tell. Maybe he knows about the fallen god.
Hello again, old man.
It be you.
I think retro is like a style of game more than a like there's a lot of games that are being made now that are done in kind of the pixel format, and I would almost consider those retro. I don't know if I play them in the retro category, but they are retro. They're retro-like. So,
do you know how I can get passage on a boat going south?
Aye, coin be the way, as me beloved wife always be saying. Course she'd be running off with a wealthy merchant while I be away at sea. Women, never trusted one I didn't pay for again.
I don't have much coin at all.
And I be at a loss, as do ye, unless...
I need coin to travel in a boat unless... what?
Unless I be calling in a favor with the good Captain Horatio Nebave, who be traveling to Guyenne as soon as the wind be picking up.
What kind of favor?
Oh, he be owing me from back when I was his captain.
would you cash in your favor if I got your bird
Would
back?
you
Ah!
cash in your favor with Nebave if I got your bird back?
Aye, I be promising anything to get me friend back. It be a deal.
Okay. I now have a task to do to get the bird back, to get passage to this place where these winged creatures are, so I can get more info.
Do you know the island of Elias?
Aye, I be knowing lots and lots about the feared Isle of Elias.
It's feared? How?
Because it be a place of cannibals.
Cannibals?
You really don't know anything about the island of Elias, do you?
No, I do not.
There's a lot of, there are a lot of, adventure games that have come out recently that are definitely done in the pixel format as well. There's a new one that isn't out yet. It's done like the Colonel's Bequest. It's kind of almost a Colonel's Bequest type game done using a similar engine. Somebody told me about the game, and it is on my wish list. Hasn't been released yet, but it looks awesome. Okay, so I need to get his bird back. His named bird back. Okay. So let's go over big boat here. Okay, so I need to figure out a way to get his bird back. Alright, that is going to be, I mean, I have coin. I can try. I can see what happens. Nobody, can't talk to them. Alright. Alright, let's go to the marketplace, I guess. And I'm kind of stuck here. Let's save. I haven't saved in a while. This game is luckily pretty stable. Okay, let's see if I can give him a coin and play his game.
Here's my coin. Now, how do I play?
I place one cup on top of your coin, like so. Then, I shuffle them, like so. Now, you guess which cup hides your coin. If you get it right, you win another coin. 3 in a row, and you win a prize.
I mean, I'm sure this game isn't possible to win. Let's see if we can use any of the items in our inventory to cheat somehow. Ooh, screwdriver. The screwdriver.
Nothing happened. Hey, that cup moved. It's this one, for sure.
That's correct, but that's...
It's a magnetic screwdriver!
You used magic, didn't you? You used your magic wand.
Nuh-uh. Your amulet didn't light up, did it?
No, but it's impossible!
Because you use magic yourself? Because nobody's supposed to ever win your game? They have a name for people like you, sir. Con artist.
What? I'm outraged! I'm outraged!
Whatever. I want my prize.
Prize? You don't get a prize for winning once. Especially when you're cheating. You cheat.
You want me to call the city guard? I demand a prize.
Oh, by the gods of gambling. Here, take this and leave me be.
A calculator? Where did you get this?
Oh, I don't know. Want to know some guy who got it from someone else who's supposedly been in stock. It's it's a valuable souvenir from the mysterious and elusive world of logic. Now, would you please let me be? Let someone else play. Yes?
Nope. No. I want to play again. Wait, what's this? What's this? Can I bet the ring? Let me save. Okay. Alright. I think it did it save? Yeah. I think it's a magnetic screwdriver, which I didn't actually realize. I probably should have looked at it to tell, but I think it's like got a magnetic like one of those which can pick up screws.
It's a magnetized screwdriver.
Yeah, it is a magnetized screwdriver. Okay, that makes sense. I thought a magnet might help. Okay, let's see if I can bet the ring. Although the gold ring wouldn't be magnetic, so it wouldn't work.
Is that gold? Only valid Arcanian coin in iron and other precious metals allowed at my table, young lady. Take your worthless gold elsewhere.
Gold? Worthless? Now I have heard everything.
Okay. Alright. Alright. Fine. I thought I was upping the ante on the guy and saying, "Oh, well, I will play for gold instead."
I want to play again.
No, not you, lady. Get your errand off my table.
I have a right to play. I didn't use magic.
You did use that magic wand there. That's magic to me.
No, it's science, not magic. There's no sign that says no science allowed now, is there?
What do you want from me?
I want to play.
Sorry, lady, that magic wand of yours will put me out of business. I'd rather close up for the day than let you play another game.
It's a talking bird.
I'm not talking to you, you cheat.
Let's try again.
I want to play again.
With that magic wand of yours, you'll put me out of business. Sorry.
I want to play again.
With that magic wand of yours, you'll put me out of business. Sorry.
Strangely enough, it's an old-fashioned calculator. Like the ones they used back in, like, the Elizabethan times.
Elizabethan times. I mean, I guess technically, I suppose. What can I do with a calculator? Who would want a calculator? I need to get this bird, though. Somehow I need to get this bird. I don't know how, but I need to get it.
I'm not talking to you, you cheat.
I'm not a cheat. I'm not a cheat, you cheat.
I'll make a trade with you. My magic wand for one of your prizes, and then I'll leave your game.
Ah, here we go.
What's the catch?
No catch. You get a magic wand, and I get one of your exotic prizes.
All right. Fair enough. Which prize would you like?
The talking bird.
That scraggly heap of... A fantastic choice, young lady. Hold on a second and I'll get him for you. A fantastic choice, and I really, really mean that.
Yoink! Oh man, that was good.
So, you're a bird, huh?
Yeah. Wait a second. Did the old man send you to get me?
I guess he did. My name's April.
Oh, God, is there no escape? I mean, not that I like being cooped up in a cage for gamblers to gawk at and children to spit at all day, but give me a break. It's better than being locked away in a stinking chest. Thanks a whole bunch for rescuing me, April.
You're welcome.
No, hey, that's not what I meant. I was being sarcastic. Do you know what sarcastic means? Speak all tongue? Yes? No,
actually I don't. I speak English.
English. English? I don't know where you're from, lady, but you're weird. Okay, so let me go already, alright? Enough with the I'm human so I can boss the bird around shtick. We're all impressed.
Sorry, I promised the old man I'd win you back. I need a favor from him badly.
Yeah? So what's so important you'd sacrifice a bird's happiness and well-being?
The fate of 2 worlds, billions of people, and the balance.
Yeah? Yeah? So... No, forget it.
So were you always just Bird? Or did you have a better name?
No. It's always been Bird. My full name is That Damn Bird. I learned that when I was 2 weeks old. That damn bird, the old man would say. No good ball of feathers. Then he beat me with a stick.
Really?
No. He'd just stick me in the chest and forget about me. Which is almost as bad as beating, believe you me.
I'm sorry to hear that, Bird. You know, if you were my bird, I'd call you Crow.
Yeah, well, I'm my own bird, lady, and I don't... Crow. You'd call me Crow? That's a pretty good name. It's a proper name, at least, not just an insult.
Anyway, I guess I'd better get you back to your master bird. He's pining for you.
All he's pining for is coin to gamble with.
It's really none of my business. Sorry.
Sure you are.
I want to keep the bird. I want to keep the bird. Alright, there he is. There's the bird.
It's Crow.
And I'm calling him Crow. Alright, I got the bird. I got the bird. I got the bird. He's jammed in my pocket. Alright, let's go back to the pier. Talk to that guy, wherever he is. Where is he? Over? No, he's not there. Oh, he's down here. Where is he? Small pier. He's the small pier. Alright. Oh, I don't really want to give him the bird, but I think I have to at least say, hey, here's the bird. Maybe the bird can say, I don't really want to come back here. But why does he want the bird anyway? Does he want it to just gamble with? Alright.
Here's your bird, sir. It wasn't easy, but I got him back. I sure hope you're grateful.
Bird, blessed be the balance, me faithful friend and companion be back.
No, not back in the chest, not in the chest!
Now can you help me get passage on a ship?
Now I feel bad.
I be a man of me word. Speak ye with Captain Horatio Nebevay of the White Dragon, the ship behind yous. Tell him Umbrianos be sending yous to cash in on that old favor he be owing me.
Thanks, old man.
Oh, poor bird. Oh, man. I feel bad now. I feel so bad about that. But I have to save the world, I guess. Guess I have to save the world. What? Okay. Oh.
How are you today, then?
Like you care.
You know old Umbrianos, don't you?
The old drunk? Aye, he be a good captain once. But ever since he lost his ship, he hasn't been much worth to anyone.
Be that as it may, you do owe him a favor, right?
Aye, that I do. He saved my life more than once. And I wouldn't be captain of this beautiful lady if it weren't for him.
Guess what? I'm here to cash in on that favor.
I'll be damned. What did you do for the old geezer? Promise him your hand in marriage?
Nope.
Don't you mind that, old boy. Just get ready to sail south. You're giving me a lift to the island of Elias. I mean, since you're already heading for Gien.
I am? That could prove a little tricky.
How come?
For one, there is no wind. That accursed alchemist up north has put some kind of spell on the wind. Clax, I believe his name is. Roper Clax. Lives in a bloody rock somewhere beyond Riverwood. As long as he's got his dirty claws on the wind, this vessel ain't going nowhere. Then there's a little problem with my crew. I can't very well leave the harbor without a navigator, and my last one decided he didn't much care for the sea anymore and went off to marry a serving maid.
But, okay. Let's say I manage to free the wind and find you a new navigator. Then will you drop me off on Elias?
You think you will be able to defeat Clax, free the wind, and find me a new navigator? By Jaw's pus-filled left eye, if you do such a trick, then I'll take you wherever you wish to go. Most likely they'll be holding your funeral within the week, girl. Just leave the madman be and let the army deal with him.
Never you mind. As long as you keep your promise and take me to Elias.
What's with Elias, anyhow? It's been deserted for hundreds of years, ever since the Dolmari fell victim to the Great Plague.
I need to visit the Elation people, to listen to some of their stories.
As if there aren't enough stories here. It takes all sorts, that be for sure.
Alright. I have more stuff to do. More questing. I assume that I can't get the bird back. I want to talk to him about his bird.
Well, again, old man.
I want to talk to Crow. No.
See you later.
Is Crow just gone?
If I not be dead,
I find it weird that I name him and then he's gone. It makes me sad. It makes me sad that I name him and then he's just gone. Hopefully he's not gone forever. Oh, Crow. I betrayed you. And I feel bad about it. Hey! The Road North. We now have the Road North as an option. Ooh, cool. Let's click that. Ooh, there's
It's some kind of cattle, but not the kind of cattle they breed in Kansas.
Alright, what can we do here? We can go... There's an exit here to into the forest. Ooh. Slick. Into the forest. We also have a farmhouse.
It's a small barn.
A barn. Cattle. More cattle. Go into the forest. Do we just, like, walk into the forest?
Those monuments? They're enormous. Like man-made mountains.
Sure, why not? Let's do it. It's the bird! It's the bird! What's the bird doing? I have another map. I could go to the forest.
It's a discarded wagon wheel.
Why am I here?
It's a discarded wagon wheel.
Let me check my journal. How do I know with a ship? The old sailor down by the docks agreed to help me. If I help him get his bird back, I did that. Okay, it's two little errand boy, girl, person. I do one favor for one person, and boom! I'm running around the entire Northland solving people's problems. This time, it's some whacked out magician, alchemist, up north somewhere. He has, get this, captured the wind. How the hell do you capture the wind? I mean, I can just wave my hand a bit, and Viola, instant wind. But who am I to argue? Magic's never been my forte, so I don't have a choice. I'll have to travel north, try to talk to this alchemist, this Roper Clax guy, into releasing the wind, and then come back here. I don't even know how much time we have left before chaos destroys the world, but I'll have to hurry. And since I'm not particularly familiar with the lay of the Northland, so to speak, I'll need a map. Do I have a map? Oh, I do have a map. I have a map of the Northlands. It's the one I was supposed to deliver. Okay, well that's convenient. That's convenient.
It's a discarded...
Alright, I don't see anything in the... It's the bird! It's Crow, I think.
Do you always travel like you got a two-headed Besparian nymphate on your tail? I couldn't keep up half the time.
Crow, is that you?
Of course, there was that pair of stunning robin redbreasts. Twins, did you know? Not as if I could just leave them without a kiss or two. Or 12, as it turned out. Maybe I'm just out of shape after being stuck in boxes and cages and knapsacks for the past 20 years.
I guess it is you.
Of course it's me! How many birds do you know with both good looks and a sense of humor?
You got a sense of humor.
Oh, funny. Nah, that's funny.
What are you doing here, Crow?
What am I doing here? What am I doing here? How about a nice to see you, Crow, or I've missed you so much, Crow, or at least a glad to see you out of that chest, Crow?
It is nice to see you, Crow. How did you escape?
Cunning, milady. Of course, that keg of Androgen stone liquor the old geezer got his hands on didn't hurt. I've never seen such a shameful display of public drunkenness in my life. Well, not since the last time I had a thimble full of wine. Yeah, boy, were those ladies in for a surprise. When they were told I could talk, I'm sure they didn't count on my encyclopedic knowledge of Dolmari obscenities. The old man was gonna gamble me away again, you know. Went straight back to the cups handler after the, celebration. So, I decided to split before they put me back in the cage. That place was like a prison without the amenities. And let's not even mention the food. Did you ever try roasted Elguan dung? Ugh, pooey, duh, don't, ever. So, I pecked a button here and some soft tissue there and fled. I had nowhere else to fly, so I decided to join you on your, quest. It sounded like a spot of good old-fashioned fun. Like a Bird Zone adventure. It's not as if I came after you because I like you, though. You don't have any feathers.
Thank God for that. Okay, if you want to join me, I wouldn't mind some company. I'm guessing you'll be using your wings, though, and not your feet?
The ground's no place for a free spirit like myself, baby. Besides, I hear there are a lot of good-looking birds in this forest, and let me tell you, they don't parade about on the ground like winged chickens. Just try to slow down once in a while. Let me catch up.
Sure. But how do I get your attention if I need to talk to you?
Can you whistle? Like this?
Sorry. But wait a second, I got a little flute. I could use it to call you.
I'm not a sheepdog. Let's get that straight. You play your tune, and I'll consider your request. I won't be flapping to attention like a tame soldier hawk.
Deal. We better get moving, though. It's getting late.
Aye, Captain. I'll try to keep an eye out ahead in case there's trouble.
Alright, I got a bird kind of companion. Oh, and I got a journal entry. Let's check it out. Why does it not go back to the last one? On the road north. I made a friend! He's very nice, very funny, and he's a bird. A talking bird. Crow. The bird. He's not actually a crow, but he reminds me of one, and his personality is a lot like Crowboy's, my favorite cartoon character. He escaped from his owner, or captor to be honest, and decided to join me on my little adventure. I'm just so happy to have somebody to talk to, and with luck, he'll be able to help me out once in a while as well. We agreed that I'll use my flute to call him whenever I need him, which wasn't quite the deal. You may not be able to tell from my writing, but there's a big, silly grin on my face right now. Okay. Alright. Cool. Alright, let's walk this way. This tree looks weird or whatever. It looks like there's like magic-y stuff on it. Like, you can see the glittering over there, but I can't click on it or anything, so... Okay, let's go this way. Into the forest. Into the forest. Yeah, it could be bugs. Could be bugs. Alright. Oh, something's happening. What is this?
Oh dear me. Please, human, don't kill me and skin me. I haven't even sung to the soil yet.
Don't worry, I'm not going to kill you or skin you.
Oh my, that is good news. Very good indeed. Who are you?
My name's April. What's yours?
In my language, it's Bandu Umana Banta Au Rubana Bitana Benort. It means the little one who tries hard to live up to his father who sings to the soil.
That's a mouthful. So, what do I call you?
You can call me Ben Bandu, the sad little one. Banda is the name of my people. We are the little ones.
Why are you sad, Ben Bandu?
I'm looking for my brother. He's been gone in the forest for many days, and I've not heard him sing to us. Our people don't walk about the forest much. It's too dangerous for us. You haven't seen my brother, have you? He's short, about my height, with a tan coat and a mischievous glint in his eye.
You're the first mole. The first Banda I've met.
Oh dear. I hope he's all right. A lot of our people have disappeared this summer.
What happened to the Banda that disappeared?
We don't really know. There's something evil in this forest. Something that doesn't like the Banda. I shouldn't be out here looking, but I must find my brother.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're looking for him.
Oh, thank you. Thank you ever so much.
Aren't your people called the Mole People?
That's what the city dwellers and farmers call us. They say it with sharp tongue. Moles. Dirt diggers. They don't like us very much. Our given name is Banda, the little ones. Or the Banda Banta, the little ones who sing to the soil.
I think they have one piece of the disc as well. I think the Banda have a piece of the disc.
How do you sing to the soil?
When we're old enough, and we found our voices, we just sing, and the earth shapes itself to our needs. We live in harmony with the earth, just like the birds do with the air.
Good luck on your search, Ben Bandu. Sad little one.
And the best of luck to you, April. Please, if you see my brother, tell him to come home. We're all so very worried.
All right, I got more, yet another journal. Oh, I'm gonna call the bird. I'm gonna probably ask the bird if he'll... And here comes the bird.
Hey, Crow, would you mind doing me a favor?
I was having this tete-a-tete with a pretty young sparrow, but hey, Crow at your service. Did you say favor? Oh, sure thing, unless it's something extremely... No, make that even remotely dangerous. I don't like dangerous.
Not at all. Just scout out the forest from your vantage point. See if you can find Ben Bandu's brother.
Ben who?
The mole I just met. I thought you were supposed to be watching me. Didn't you pay attention?
No. Mole, you said. They're savages, the lot of them. You eat birds, even.
Crow, I eat birds. You probably do, too.
Yeah, I love a roasted duckling and a tangy orange. Oh, well, yeah, I see your point. Looking for a lost mole, then, are we?
Yeah, and they're called the Banda.
I never got into that whole PC thing. It's not Tyrox, it's the tyrant. Don't say chicks, say birds. Don't say birds, say women. I don't know, it's all a little too complicated for a simple man of the air like myself.
Just go look for the lost Bandu, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Fun. And there he goes. And he's off. And he's off! He's off to find the lost Bandu, or maybe not lost, or... Bridge. Bridge!
The bridge is out! Damn!
Of course the bridge is out! The bridge is always out!
The bridge has been completely destroyed.
Bridges in adventure games never work!
The edges are charred. Whatever caused this, it couldn't have been floodwater or simple wear and tear. I'll have to find some other way across. This gorge is too deep to cross and the river too fierce.
Boo earns. Boo earns.
Or...
No!
Well, doesn't seem like there's any way here. So... Yes, Zork. Oh, that wasn't from Zork.
Want some rye? Of course you do.
Hey, it's an old woman!
It's a woman, I guess. An old woman, and it looks like she's in pain.
Oh, please, pretty lady, pretty, please help me. I've fallen and I can't stand up.
What happened to you?
Oh, I was out picking bones. Berries for my stew, and flowers. Yes, pretty flowers. Then I tripped over a big old root and twisted my ankle. It hurts so. Please help me home, pretty lady, please.
This is suspicious. I am suspicious.
Where do you live?
I live not far from here, not far at all. No, help me home and I'll cook you a fine stew, I promise. Yes, I promise. Just help me home and I'll reward you for your compassion. Yes, you'll have your reward.
If you tell me you're gonna reward me for my compassion, then it's not really compassion. Then suddenly I'm doing it for a reward. It doesn't work. It doesn't work! If you tell me there's a reward, it's suddenly not compassionate.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm nobody at all. Just a frail old woman picking bones. Picking berries for her stew so she can feed her prisoner. Guests! Feed her guests and fatten them up for the long winter.
Why do you keep swallowing your words?
Because I'm just a frail old forgetful woman, yes.
If this was a Sierra adventure game, I would die if I helped her. But it's not, so I can probably click this button.
All right, I'll help you home.
Oh, yes. Thanks, plump little treasure. A nice, pretty girl, thanks.
This might be my way of crossing the bridge. Oh, do I actually have to help her? And...
I still need your help, Plumpwood. Pretty girl. I can't walk all
Yeah.
home by myself, you see. Help me home and I'll cook you. A good, thick, creamy stew. Yum, I'm getting hungry myself. Let's go.
Lead the way, ma'am.
Yes, let's go. Come on, just follow me, my sweet treat.
Alright, what's gonna happen? Save it. What horribleness!
I have a feeling some bad stuff is about to go down.
Come in, honored guest. I'll just check on my stuffing. My stew, yes. My thick, delicious stew. Oh dear, what have we here? This stew isn't good enough to stuff. To serve a guest as plump, as well-built and delicious, as honored as you, my dear. Why don't you just wait here and I will go pick some more berries and spices for my stuff. My stew.
But wait, what about your bad back?
April, are you really that dumb?
What a strange... what a strange woman.
I'm guessing I'm trapped here. I probably can't get out. Yeah, I can't get out.
There's something not quite right about this place. Like
All right.
those skulls, for one. They look disturbingly humanoid. What's that sound? Where's it coming from?
Now it's starting to get spooky. Alright, with that, I'm going to be done for today.